Hi everybody! Today we're going to walk through my April completed pages. So meet me on the other side and let's get started. First page, and I can't remember if I did this actually in March, maybe instead of April, but either way I neglected to include it in the March video if this did happen in March. This is a mandala by a very delightful woman named, who goes by the business name of Tilly Leora on Instagram. And she contacted me to do a collaboration, so we swapped mandala pictures, and this is one of her designs, and I colored this. And I was just so tickled with how fun all of these shapes are and how different this is. So it was a lot of fun for me to color it. And I will leave a link to her Instagram account in the description for those of you that are interested. So clearly, like always, I'm knocking the mandala pages out up front for those of you in the video, if you want to skip ahead past these. But this was this is from my Lighthearted Mandalas to Go Darling Hearts book. And I tried to see how, if I could take these two combos and do the whole design with just the two combos. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I absolutely love these color combos. So there's that one. This third design comes to you from my book, Lighthearted Mandalas Volume 3. This is all Prismacolor pencils. Oops, sorry for the shake there. And I wanted to do something sort of mint green and peachy and just real, I was just in a very spring floral kind of mood. And I love how I got this dimensional effect with it and it's so easy to do, especially with mandalas. If you do light to dark and you put dark closer to the inside, you get that three-dimensional effect. Like this is a disc sitting on top of the outer disc. So there's this one. And then also with my Ohuhu markers, I colored this one and I had so much fun. And can you see the oopsies on the page where I dropped the yellow marker, the blue marker? But what's so cool about this is the 3D effect I was able to get here. And it was such a simple, y'all, this is such a simple trick of the eye. It's just coloring light to dark with my markers. There's 3 shades. So you get this light edge, and then just taking a white Posca pen and drawing that line makes it kind of shine. So it's all just, it's just an illusion. And then inside of this color here, I took like a darker, slightly darker gray marker and just gently went along the inside edges to give it that 3-dimensional look. So there's that one. Let me get the next page. There is a lovely girl that I work with who is from China, and whenever she flies home, she loves to bring me back gifts. So this is a coloring book she brought back for me, and also she gave me some watercolor pencils to try out. So this is a really cool book. It's almost like somebody's sketch pad, and these are all different cityscapes. So the one that I chose to do here, I'm guessing this looks like maybe it's in France. It looks sort of French to me, but I'm not sure. And I had fun with watercolor pencils and then went back over some of the watercolor with some marker you could see here. So that was definitely a lot of fun to color this page. So there's that one. Next up, my favorite, y'all, this is really becoming my favorite book to color in, Fairy Wonderland. And I colored this page. And what's interesting about this page is originally, and you could sort of see it, this was I did a very muted gold color combo on all of these columns. And then it just really, after I put the background in, it just competed too much with that background. So I took an eraser and actually erased all of that gold. And so you still see hints of it because I couldn't lift all the pigment, and then took a white pencil and just colored over that. And this is an example of when mistakes can turn into something beautiful. So that happens a lot with me, where I have pages where I end up just erasing the whole thing and then starting over. This is one of them. And I actually had to color the page from this perspective to make sure I got everything right. The little glowy stars aren't my favorite. In retrospect, I think I would have done those a little differently. But there's that one. So I'm really super happy with this, and I can't wait to pick out my next page to color in this book. Okay, Magical Dawn. You guys all know this one. This was a reverse color along on my channel, so I won't really spend a lot of time on this. It's all Prismacolor with a Neocolor background. So I will defer to the video for the how-tos, but it's really just a handful of color combos. I think maybe 6 or 7 pencils total used on this page, but I'm really happy. I love the bubbles and the background and how these colors pop against that. And I love the way I pulled this slate blue from the background into the bubbles, as well as like this burgundy color here. So I had a lot of fun with this page, and if y'all did the color along, I hope you enjoyed it. Tales from the Forest Kingdom, and here is this page. So this is the completed page from the Neocolor tutorial that I have posted on my channel, and I'll leave a link for that for you guys if you want to learn how to do this. And I really tried to get the same, look at that, kind of the same color combo as I did on this bug here. So I think I pulled that off pretty well. Of course, the colors on the illustration are different, but I love pulling in this turquoise or this aqua color against these bright pinks and purples, and really tried to make her wings look like they were magical and glowing. So not sure if I pulled that off too well or not, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. So there's that one. Last up is this Rita Berman book, and I think this means the world under the, maybe under the magnifying glass. So I have this B page that I did here. This is all Prismacolor Premier Pencil. And again, just true to Kim form, I tried to limit the color combos as much as possible, and then tried to pull those similar combos into this outside edge here. And then I decided to I wanted to do something contrasting with these browns and golds. So I added this green on the inside and just really faded it and lightened it as I went in closer to the bug to maybe imply a little bit of a glow behind him or her. And then I think this is French gray around the background, and just kind of giving it a hint, not doing the whole page, but I thought that was a fun way to finish the frame on this page. And that's it for this month's completed coloring pages. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.